Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Monster Interrupted podcast. I am GM Jeff Ball, your host and game master for the evening as we play Pathfinder's 2nd edition. The players are using the revised rules. I am trying to do a little bit of catch up with the monsters rules. Do you know what I had done recently? I'm on a website called Start Playing, and I've looped you guys in and filled up all our podcast slots. I really don't have time to play with or for the public, but I'm on this website, and I reached out to a bunch of fellow GM Jeffs. I was mucking around with find a GM, and you can go under game, and you can go under this, and go under name. And what gave me the idea was they were rotating through, highlighting some DMs, and there were a couple Jeffs, and not to be narcissistic or anything, just went, typed in Jeff, and a whole bunch show up. And there's Jeff's to play Savage Worlds, and Jeff's to play. So I reached out to these guys with messages, and I'm like, hey, this is us, this is what we do. From one GM Jeff to another, would you mind having a look at our podcasts and just tell me what you think, straight up, and a couple of questions like, do we have good chemistry? What do you think of the pod? Are we explaining rules to people well enough? That kind of thing. And one came back to me going, I guess he didn't understand the concept of a cold open, where a lot of shows we just run it like we're in mid-geeky conversation about a movie or whatever, and then 5 minutes, and then run logos, and then come in with this intro. Where this particular show, we just always start it with the music intro, and then I'm GM Jeff Ball, and we just pick up where we left off, assuming everyone has, figured out where we are. We've gone through some cast members and some characters. So, on your initiative, every time we play, on every episode, I would like you to say, hi, I'm, insert name here, and I am playing a male ancestry, character class, archetype in this campaign. And we'll kind of try to make that intro and stick a couple of them in the different pods so that anyone's come to this point or future on, and see if I can't see how we roll with that being a generic intro instead of just my usual hello and this, and we drop, that kind of thing. Because the public wants to know you. As I was told, the public can't connect with people like Spiegler or his character if they don't know who's what, who's playing who, how long you've been here, things like that. So I said, okay, I will try that. And that's what we're doing tonight. So, tonight, we are in round 3 of a combat with a an insect fae-like creature that's mad about all the things that Disney did to Tinkerbell over the years, and she's going to take it out on your party. If you were with us last session, this creature has a very interesting invisibility effect, where as it gets near a light source, it seems to blindside you guys and can turn invisible, and has been doing, not invisible attacks, it has to become visible to do that, but made it very difficult for you guys to hit. You had to start off with a flat check of at least 11, if I managed to get full visibility. You guys were wasting... Is it ever a waste, though, to start off a round with perception checks? I don't think so. Can always tell you, the DM always has to tell you more and more about the battle, about the environment, things you notice about your opponent, so I never think that's a waste. Since we're always throwing the third action away, what if you start up front? Not just with recall knowledge checks, but, with the perception check. So people are rolling perceptions to try and lock on to this invisible target, and last week it was usually Cognul, played by Corey, going, it's right there, and you guys would, lob spears or whatever. Tonight, there's a little switch, a little change. Mid-battle, 3 rounds in, 2 characters shall be whisked away by the strange closet portaling effect of silver runes, and substituted by 2 that were not here last week. And I'm going to see, with what I've just said, the only hint they get what's going on, how they fare in a blindsided battle. So on this creature's turn, so many cool things that I can do. Am I currently visible? I believe I am. So, I am going to, as a move action, if I wish to stay in flight, I always have to spend an action somewhere in my turn on flying. So my first action will be flight, and it will be movement. And as I buzz around the room, I am going to move sort of do the wide sweep, the back wall to the top wall, and around and sort of spiral towards the light. Somewhere in that radius, I will use my reaction. It burns it for the round, but it's not one of my 3 moves. To enter the light area and becomes invisible. And then oh, sorry, did that backwards. As long as I use 1, sorry. I'm going to cast a spell first, then I'm going to move, then I'm going to use my react as hostile actions. But I don't throw motes of light, and I don't use my claws. This little bugger actually has spells. And since you guys are starting to, I wouldn't say turn the tide, but be far more, shall we say, combative, and there's lots of you, I cast Dimension Door. I am going to use an action, fly directly at the light, as I had said before, and then 2 actions as I get to the center square. You guys actually see her use somatic, kung fu fighting, and verbal somatic. Blah, blah. Crossing through the bright light casts Dimension Door because you see like this tiny sort of rift open up and she disappears through it. And winks out. Is she bailing? Is she repositioning? Where could she go? Goes poof. And that's me. Next, Kenro. Would you like to begin your round with perception? What would you like to do?
Let me take a look here and see. Yeah, she's made herself disappear, so I will. I'll run a perception check on that. If you could get the roll for me though, because unfortunately I'm having some issues on Fantasy Ground, just lagging me up
that's
here.
Fine.
So
that's fine. That I can do for you, sir.
I can
now you were trying to you were in the other room, posted against the door, and trying to light and hands up and like try to be some kind of a barrier.
Yeah, I'm standing in the door there.
Yeah, not a bad strategy. Unfortunately, this little bugger has used a spell. Now, where she's gone in the room, or if she's tried to cross off to waste some other part in the dungeon, you're not sure.
Yeah.
But with your perception, sir, a plus 10.
Unfortunately, I can't. So.
I was supposed to put that in the tower, and I just rolled it openly. Whoops. That's fine.
It's in the tower to me, so we're okay.
Yep. She actually is above you and behind you, close to your own ever-burning torch.
So she's by Tassie, or is she out of the room?
She's out of the room, in your room, behind you and above you.
Like above my head?
No, behind you.
I'm like against the wall. I'm like against the wall right now in a corner in the top right left corner.
Right. So think of her in the square. Think of her in the square behind you, just closer to the ceiling because she's flying.
Behind. Sorry, I thought you said above. Yeah. I thought like
she's above and behind. Isn't like. Well, the thing is,
I see
there is some room above your head.
Gotcha.
There is the proverbial square above your head, which you were sticking light and everything into, trying to cover the top of the door. So she's in the upper half, right? And behind you, still reachable because you guys do have 5-foot reach into squares technically above you. She's just, for the 3D version. So 1 perception, you spot her flitting around close to your light source. What do you do?
Seeing her right there behind me, Divine Lance right away.
Okay.
I just everything loaded up, so I can actually, if you can target, I can cast it.
Okay, you got it. And poof. Yep, go.
It was a miss, it looks like. A 19.
19 and a miss, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 2 actions, so that's
And
your
that's
3.
a double action for Divine Lance, so that is my turn.
Okay. Tassie of the Writhing Blade goes to turn to track and suddenly vanishes from the room. And in his place, completely, not knowing what's going on. Sorry. Kraga Silvertusk. Where are you, sir? Kraga Silvertusk has joined the fray. Poof. Right in his spot. Kraga. Disorientating yourself for 2 seconds, a single action as you reappear. Forcing a perception check. What is going on? As you see a badger? A wild badger is in front of you, attacking the dwarf across a small, comfortable-looking room with nice little stuffed chairs and some books. You're in a 15-15 room. You're in a corner. There's 2 exits. One door is open with somebody just outside of it, and Dubsy is in front of another exit, which is closed, and a badger is harassing your dwarven frenemy, rival, companion in arms, is what I can give you for free. If you want to spend said second action as perception, I can tell you quite a bit more. Or if you just want to react.
I blinked into purgatory while raging, and like time technically is like frozen for me, so I don't remember anything except for being in a rage.
Usually I actually set you guys in town and time continues for you. You randomly get
really?
placed somewhere in town, right? But strangely enough, I'm actually going to go with your assumption. I like that. For whatever reason, you were just moved forward in time, or like you said, removed and replaced. And yeah, sure, why not? Mid-rage.
And attack.
Okay.
Good thing it wasn't one of the guys in front of me, because they might have had a hammer coming down upon.
Okay. So you want to attack this badger? Or
Especially if
settle
it
your
was
long
cocked.
score with the dwarf?
I was going to say, especially if it was Gago.
All right. So mid-rage, just suddenly there are forms and shapes in front of you, and he comes down.
That's a crit.
Oh, very good, sir.
Rolled a 29.
There you
Wrong
go.
character. That's for the other podcast.
Gragas gets some crits sometimes, too, with his rage.
Yeah, I think it's a Spiegler thing. I don't think it's a character thing.
And I deal 28 points of damage. And it says I did some real good damage with that one, and the
So you wanna
badger is
describe-
now roadkill.
He just squishes it. And even though you would think, flanked, adjacent, down comes the gore, it all spurts sideways, right, all over the chair and onto Dubsy, 2 squares away. You have no idea why. It just does.
It's almost like I blinked back into existence mid-swing, and like as I came back into existence,
Oh, okay,
all of a sudden,
that's yeah, there
the
you go.
hammer comes down and it just hits it, and he's like, "Oh, glad that wasn't one of you guys."
He says calmly. Doesn't sound berserker to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, raged. I'm so mad it wasn't you. All right. For that, sir, I think we'll end your turn. And Eric Markov does the same thing. Suddenly, Cognual disappears. And I'll be nice. I was going to say, would it be funny if Eric showed up in time for the gore splatter, but he doesn't. He shows up just after. You guys splatter both Dubsy, maybe actually Cognual, and then in comes you in a nice new suit. What's going on? So we're going to swap you guys. Woof. Unfortunately, No, I'll have you in the position he was in. It's like Elric shows up facing a wall. What's going on? 2 seconds for the distortion of the spell. You're just in a room, and you're looking at the other end of a hammer and Kraga smashing the floor with gore everywhere. There's a chair right next to you. There's Dubsy. Like, again, perception can give you more of the situation. Or do you just suddenly
Perception.
react? Yeah? Okay. Throw me a perception in the tower then. If you please. All right. It is actually Dubsy, despite his bloody badgered hide chunky disguise that he's wearing from the upper half. Lower half's covered by the chair. There is some sort of rodent guts on the chair. You are tucked behind a chair in a corner of a 15 by 15 room. Straight across from you, beyond badger guts, is Kraga, who is snarling, growling about wanted to hit somebody else. A bright light center of the room, 2 chairs for reading, lots of books, or fighting something. On your right is a doorway that's open, and you catch an edge of Kenro, who is spun around now with his back to the door, and he's firing up in the air one of his spells. So perhaps the combat is in the adjacent room. You would wisely surmise by what you hear, not just what you see. And what do you want to do with your third action?
To find out what we're dealing with.
Okay.
I will move into the room to investigate what we're fighting.
All right. So, corpses are difficult terrain, so that's 10. Move to the front of these for 3, so that's 15. Okay, as you're passing through Kenro, there is a tiny insect, fey-like creature hovering near the ceiling that he is attacking. You can technically step under her, but you'd be climbing through furniture, or just flank him, like post up on the wall south of Kenro in this narrower 15 but only 10-foot high room.
5 feet and not get in his way.
Okay, you have movement left. 10, 15, 20, get a little bit left if you want.
No. Elric doesn't know what's going on or where the rest of this room leads. We'll just stay in this corner.
All right. And so, endeth round 3. Bringeth on Dubsy for round 4. Dubsy.
Oh, man. Can I ask, what is the light in this room? Was it a lantern?
There is a chandelier at the top of the room, remarkably similar to the chandelier that Kenro plucked an ever-burning torch out of. Perhaps lit the same, not sure unless you climb up there and technically investigate.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll get up on the table and try to... I don't know, I'm thinking about, like, breaking the light. I don't know.
Okay. You want to see what it is?
Yeah, I'd like to see if it's an Everlight or if it's real fire
Okay.
or
Okay.
something else.
So you jump up on the table and peek, and it's the same setup that you would assume. Now, you didn't actually get to stick your nose the way Kenro did, so you're faced with the same kind of conundrum. You, at a glance, you climb up there, single action, I'll allow it. You see a loosely screwed or harnessed some, take some actions to remove, but it's set in the chandelier and it's utilizing a torch. And going through the crystals, it sort of displays and magnifies the light source, making it much brighter.
Okay. I would like to start taking that torch out.
Sure. Okay. So by the end of your round, you say you have a torch. An ever-burning
Alright.
torch. Okay. And next round, you can possibly figure out how to shut it off, because it is a command, single action or reaction command. I think if we pull up the actual item itself, it's a command item.
Okay.
Should take at least a reaction or an action to, shed light or turn it off if you're looking to douse lights. Which brings me to our attacker. Shoot a beam of light at me. Light is my thing. dodge. You like lights? I got lights for you. She rains down motes of light upon Kenro, who shot divine lances upon this creature. And with a 32 gets a critical and shoots you right in the face between the eyes. Oh no. But wait. Need 13 points of damage on Ken.
What kind of damage was that?
That is force damage
Okie dokie.
plus some sort of. Hang on a second. A creature that takes damage from the Lurker Light's mote light must attempt a DC 22 will save, or possibly become dazzled and such. I think Cognul used his hero point to re-roll said save last game.
I rolled a 29, so I'll save my hero point for now.
You're fine. Not only are you stand up to this blink and are unaffected, you're actually immune for 24 hours. So don't let me forget that.
Ooh, it hit me pretty hard. So
Yeah. Anyway, 1 to shoot the moat. Okay. And then I'm going to fly, so I can keep airborne as a single action. Well, then I'm going to use my reaction to tween invisible. And my last action, you don't get to know what I do. Haha. Doing sneaky things. Which brings us to Kenro.
that's already my turn. So now it's not invisible anymore, so I can just see it turn around and wail at it.
Sorry. So it shot a mode at you.
Yep.
Then it uses movement and its reaction around your light source that you're actually holding to turn invisible. So it actually goes poof. But there does seem to be a pattern here. It always seems to be flying right at a light. You guys lose track of it. It's like, where the hell to go?
All right, I will drop the torch. Is that an action to drop the torch, or is it free action?
No, you can freebie that.
Okay, so I'm going to turn off. So basically, turn off the light, kind of way. I guess you can't extinguish every burning torch, but
You should be able to actually, but that would actually cost you an action. If we go into your gear and actually pull up the torch, because I just gave you one last session, right? We pull up
it
the
can never be
torch.
extinguished.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. You can dull the light or hide the light, but you actually can't put it out. I think that's what it said when I looked at that.
Yeah, can be covered and hidden, but cannot be smothered or quenched. You're absolutely right.
So is it action to hide, just kind of put it against my leg?
Well, if you want to drop it, that's free. If you want to do something, it's a manipulate action to cover it or shove it. You know what I mean? So that would be a single action.
I'll drop it on the ground then. It's still going to light up the room a bit, but at least it'll be lower to the ground. So if this thing's always flying out of light, I'll drop it down. I took the light out of this room, so this is the light from this room. I'm going to perceive to see if I can find it again.
Okay.
And
where's tower?
Sorry, I don't want to choose my front page perception. That'd be bad.
Yeah, no bad. Yes, please.
There we go. That is a 28.
Let's put that in the tower, but congratulations. As I was saying, there seems to be some kind of correlation to her heading towards a light source. So you would guess that she is either literally above your head, or still in the square she's at, just kind of did like an Ilmrin, the big loop that planes do to get away, right? Come right at you, flip into the light, and then just still be, right there ahead of you. Now, she's invisible. You have an idea, but you should be able to attack with a flat check of 11 or higher once you decide what your next action is.
Since I've done that, I will turn around and attack it.
Okay.
Something that's behind me. So I have to make it a flat check. That is a natural 1.
Okay. Now
So
do you want to
waste
use
my
hero point?
hero point? Do I save it and waste it on just a regular attack like this? No. I'm just going to... Because I don't really know where it is, I'll turn, swing the whip, and just miss. Blatantly. Thinking I know where it is, I'll miss it. and I won't. I'll save my hero point for something maybe a little more appropriate.
Okay. So obviously we're not going to waste the attack roll, ladies and gentlemen, because the flat check trumps that. So, but okay, I appreciate the commit, without the meta kind of thing. So, sure. All right. So Kenro, you had dropped it for free. No, you actually put it out, right?
I know. I said I dropped it, and then I checked the
perception.
I did a perception.
Okay, you have an action left. You want to take another strike? It's another roll. It's another flat check, but even though you're
I'll do another flat check and see what happens with that one. Yeah. That's a 17.
Ooh.
So now, is there penalties on this attack, or is there no penalties
yes.
on this?
Yeah, there's penalties on this attack because it is technically your second strike.
Gotcha. All right. So that is 11. Sorry, why did they give us 7? It should be +3. So 11 + 3 is 14 to hit.
Okay.
I did choose the second one, but it automatically defaulted to the first one. So.
Okay. No, sir, that is a miss.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is all I can do.
Okay. Now, again, because you have your attack roll ready to go with a 17, do you want to use your hero point now to nudge the 18 into maybe something better? Because you've got your flat check out of the way. You follow me? You could use your hero point to re-roll your actual attack roll that's going to be clean.
Yeah, let's do it.
See
See
what
what happens.
There we go.
Worse than the last one. That's an 8.
Oh, you were robbed. That was hovering on 15. I saw that. Dude. You
It
were
happens.
robbed. All the angry
Now-
emails that we've sent to Fantasy Grounds.
That's all that I can do.
That I never hit send on because they're technically still a sponsor. Because they technically gave us a bunch of books for free back in the day. Technically. All right. Thank you, sir. Which brings us back to Kraga, Silver Tusk, who's raging. But he's out of opponents, so now's the time to hit friends and jewelry and furniture, or what do you want to do there, Spiegler? Sorry. Kraga. It's played by Spiegler. We never did our intro.
that's-
Oh, well. Oh, well.
That's Kraga to you.
I will ask you for perception, and I'm wasting an action at this point because, even if you asked Dubsy or started moving around, you know what I mean?
What do I perceive with 25?
Okay. I would like you to put these in the tower, guys, but I will say that you can hear what's going on, and having fought several battles with Kenro before, he is cracking his whip into the room, and it seems like he's blocking the door, so our new opponent must be in the center of the next room. That much you can garner from what you partially see and definitely hear. I'll give you that. So now if you want to move and try to enter the next room through friendlies and type of thing, and then, there's something, possibly.
Yeah, move me over
Okay.
into that room.
Okay, so sidestepping 10 into the guts, 15 to Kenro, 20 to Elric, and then coming along the bottom of the table for 25. Kenro is whipping in the square above, or in front of him where the furniture is, and above, and he does it twice. Right now, technically, I get that it's gone, and I technically held the gore away from Elric, but there is also that sort of simultaneous 6 seconds. You know what I mean? And for perception, I want you. I don't mind rewinding the camera a little bit. Come into the room, you see how this going down. Kenro is whipping a spot in the air, but you don't see anything there. It doesn't look like he's attacking anything. But
I'm gonna
he's
make a
dropped-
wild swing and just smash the table in the middle of the room.
Okay. Trying to hit what he's hitting, or you want to break some furniture for fun?
Yeah, maybe whatever is in here is hiding under the table, and I'm gonna swing.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't
All right.
see it in the air, so maybe it moves somewhere where I can't see. So I'm gonna just take a guess
right.
and try to break
Okay.
the table.
Sure.
$23 to hit.
This, and the furniture in here is really old, by the way, guys. Like, it does not, it does not hold up, right? I don't think Bellacrossa enchanted all the furniture. A lot of this is just because of lack of air movement and dust, and it's kind of moldy down here. It's been locked in that sort of forever mildew state. It's very Addams Family down here as far as the furniture goes. Anyway,
Now,
you
my,
obliterate the table. Yeah.
my rage ended though because
Okay.
it's only if I can. It ends after I cannot perceive any more enemies, and since like I don't actually see them.
Now, I would still say that you can perceive an enemy because we are still fighting something. It's
Yeah.
obvious. It's just not visible. It's a hidden enemy. So no, I wouldn't say your rage would have to end. You know Kenro is fighting something that's in this room, and you picked it up with your own perception. You know what I mean? You can hear it buzzing around. Kenro is frantically fighting it. There is a foe. If something like hid from the whole party, you couldn't hear it, sense it, smell it type of thing, right? Like vanished, then yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
it would have to end. But I think there's enough going on here with that 25 that no, I'll let the rage run. Now that being said, you perceived, you moved, you struck the table. You've got 3 actions unless, but rage doesn't give you 4, does it? It's not a haste thing.
No, it gives me like 12 actions.
Yeah, right. Okay, moving on. Thank you for your time, Kraga. Akia is going to send you a bill at the end of the adventure.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Elric Markov. Side by side with his best friend, Cleric Kenro, even though Kenro doesn't know it. Strong feelings of friendship towards you. Just have no idea, Ken. He always quips and puts down his friends and tries to act superior to his friends. I'm pretty, yeah.
What
do you
are
wanna do,
friends
Alec?
for if not to put
Exactly.
down and raise you higher?
What do you want to do?
Elric will cast a 2nd level spell. Elric will be casting See the Unseen. Nethys, please reveal those who wish to remain hidden from us, which will then let me let my gaze pierce through any illusion and find invisible creatures and spirits.
Okay. This is me spamming a button, flashing it so it's like an indicator. Elric, the winking out Fae is in this square, but you guys have to ignore this. Okay. Now, here's the fun part. 2 actions to do that spell, right?
Yes.
It is revealed. Do you attack or do you spend an action pinpointing it to your party, allowing everyone to do this is where it is, attack that square. Everyone still has to suffer the DC 11 flat check, but your whole party can attack said square and suffer said flat check as opposed to you just going whoosh. What do you want to do?
Everyone, it's flying just above the shattered table that Kaga has destroyed. Right there. That one.
It's right there. It came down a bit because of the light thing. It's sitting on his maul, right? Yeah. It's right there. So he's holding out a finger, and you know how something buzzes? So his finger's making like little S's in the air. It's right there. There, right? All right.
I
Cool.
believe that would be my 3rd action.
Yes, sir. More than Cognule, who guessed where it was, where it is, you can actually see this thing. And if you want to spend your entire round literally pointing like a finger pointer, you know, at these guys, type of thing, now that means next round you take no actions. You would actually, you know, I don't know how we can do this. If you make everyone delay ask everyone to delay below your initiative, and then you spend your whole 3 actions pointing, I will drop their DC from 11 to 9 with the classic +2 Pathfinder 2nd edition-ness that is always yummy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Actually, you know what I'll do? I will give them a +1 for every action that you spend pointing it out. So 1 action, and you can still do something, they get a +1. You spend 2 actions, they get +2. 3 actions, I'll even give them a +3. That would drop the DC from 11 to 10, 10 to 9, or even to 8, depending on how many actions you want to spend.
Not to metagame. People may decide whether or not they wish to hold their actions, but that is out to the room.
Right. So, do you guys, starting with Dubsy, do you want to delay until you can figure out what Elric is pointing out, which happens on his turn, forcing you to delay? You don't lose an action. You guys will kind of lose your initiative on the Fae, because she will obviously go next after Dubsy, and you guys can all wait until Elric, but it would still give you the same shot during the same round with better odds at the same creature, which is pretty much going to go right now anyway.
Let's see. Dubsy, being a male trip key rogue, would like to not delay.
Nice comeback. Forgot your own name, but there you go.
Yeah, so I think I would like to not delay, and I want to hide the ever-burning torch in the cushions of the chair.
Okay. Now, you can also, as a manipulate action, just put it away. Like, keep it, like, stuff it in your pack, and it goes out. It's called covering. Like, you could keep this toy, shove it in your bottom of your backpack, and it's out. But you get to keep the toy. Or, like I said, if you want to use it later, stash it down a cushion, sure.
Sure, I'll keep it in my backpack.
Okay. Same manipulate action, right? So, okay. So you cover it while standing on the table, one action down. What do you want to do with the rest of your actions?
Let's... Is the door currently closed next to Kenro?
No, it's open. But the problem with you is this promise with Elric is kind of for those in the room. It's not fair to like let you just suddenly get all these bonuses when your focus was completely elsewhere. You know what I mean? So if you want to rejoin this fight, start with new movement and perceptions, right? That being said, where you are, you have an open view of height, because of your table, through the door, kind of at Kenro's shoulder level, and whatever he might be doing beyond. Elric is saying out loud, hey, guys, it's right there. Right? 2 to cast, 1 to alert the party of ambush, which you can hear for free, because he spent the action to do it. So he basically tells you where he believes the target is. So there technically is an entire square that you could target beyond your friend. Kenro doesn't really give it cover because of your height and his down, because you're shooting over him. What the problem is the door frame. So she would get her +1/+2 AC bonus because you're shooting through a door frame, which drops down lower than the ceiling, right?
Could I run by Kenro but close the door in the process, spending 2 actions?
Yeah.
So basically, like, enter the room, get into the corner, but close the door behind me as I run through, so it's basically hopefully trapped in here with us.
Sure.
Do you have a third action to close the other door here too?
I do not.
Because he stashed his torch.
Oh, that's right, the torch.
Now, that being said, because of Troy's thing, and you haven't completely acted yet, because we're in a round, and I don't mind some retro actions, if you want to change your action to drop the torch for free, then close the door, doesn't bleed much light under it, come over here and you're picking up that spare action, you know what I mean? Get over the torch later.
That might not be a bad idea, yeah. Come in, close both doors, and hopefully it can't open a door.
Yep. So you move through a doorway, you...
And we can see it opening a doorway, so we'll know where it goes.
Yeah, so this is dropping in your own square. Like if you toss it outside your targeting, that costs an action. If you drop it in your own square, so it clatters to the table, you just let it lie, right? Hop off the table, head right for Ken. While you're in Ken's square and moving beyond, you close the door as a second action, continuing that original movement down to Elric through Kraga for free and end up in front of the other door and close it.
Yep, perfect.
Damn, I'm too nice to you guys. All right, sure. Sounds good. And then the insect-like Fae will... Okay, so I am hidden to everyone but Elric. And before he starts... He's already said, I can see her, she's right there. Okay? Before she, blows her cover, I am going to... move, so I'm going to fly. So Elric, you see her fly like she's tracking Dubsy. So she flies into the corner, gets near, like the sort of up to down kind of thing, though I'm going to stay over here in my own little square, okay? Becomes visible, but because I'm attacking while visible, and I'm actually talking about like an actual claw attack, I actually get to use sneak attack. And will do an additional 2d6 precision damage if I manage to catch him flat-footed. So using the distraction of him running through the room closing doors, she breaks off from these guys, hears that you're saying, pointing, going, there she is right there, swoops away while invisible and tries to get an attack in, becoming visible, like try to get the drop on Dubsy, who's unaware and focuses elsewhere. And whether she's becoming visible because she's drawing away from the light, and it's a desperate attempt, or just because I'm attacking Dubsy. Okay. Now, technically, I don't even have to move from my square because he's technically adjacent, even though he's lower, because you guys and me can affect 5 squares around you in every direction. So imagine you're the center core of a Rubik's Cube, as opposed to just a flat on a dinner plate, and it's the squares all around you like a checkerboard or a chessboard. If you guys can picture that, imagine you're the center of a Rubik's Cube. You can affect every square 5 feet away and every angle, above you, below you, angle, right? So, Elric, now that we've established that, she buzzes around in a circle, stays in the same square, can still reach Dubsy, tries to claw him, and forgive the long way around that we explained this, but, we don't usually do Invisible Foe. With a 2, damn it, and I become visible as I get aggressive, I suppose. I don't know if missing this. Now I'm starting to sound like Troy. So if I didn't hit her, do I become visible? Yeah, pretty sure it's intent. Been hanging out with Troy too long, man.
Use a antagonist point.
An antagonist point? Matt's invented the GM point where nah, it's okay. I have 10 levels, endless monsters to swing at you in the future, my friend. I don't need your stinking badges. All right. With penalties at my second attack, I miss you, and then I decide to call up a mote of light. Now, here's the thing. It's a ranged attack. Is there a manipulate? Can you get an attack of opportunity because I'm firing something ranged at you? Huh. Does anyone have reactive strike or attack of opportunity in their arsenal?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Not that I wouldn't do it if you had, but I might be about to hand you a free swing because she's going to fire off a mote of light at Dubsy and try to blind him. With a hit of 23. Take this damage all from me. 2d4 plus 2 for you. It's 4 points because I rolled double ones. Wow. Isn't that great? Spiegler rolls crits, and somehow, Drew always manages to get, this fumble damage out of my creatures. He gets in harm's way. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but we got 80-odd episodes of this episode, and every time, Dubsy seems to, get out of a crisis or nasty damage from, the skin of his teeth because the monster just kind of phones in a punch. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I've noticed this. Mr. Lucky over here. Anyway, ow, you still take 4 points. Oi, I still need a will save. DC 22, if you please.
A will save?
Yes, sir. As the motes of light corona your head and possibly dazzle you.
16.
Do you have a hero point you want to spend? Because
I do.
16. Let me tell you that. Hang on. Let's talk about effects before you decide. It's only fair. Success. Failure. So it's not a crit fail. That would have been 12. Regular failure. The creature is lined in golden light for 1 minute and can't be
Bedazzled
concealed.
Dubsy.
I guess so, eh? Cannot be concealed during this time. The creature becomes, if the creature becomes invisible, it is concealed rather than being undetected. Huh. Okay.
Oh, so it's like fairy light.
Yeah, you're a light bulb.
Oh,
For
cue the disco.
now, I might be okay with this, I guess.
Yeah. They're following a light theme. It's going to keep you guys from turning invisible. It's a great thing to do to a caster, though I don't know who the casters are. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Anyway, 1 to fly, 1 to claw, fail, 1 to mote, hit, light damage, and yeah. So, you want to save that hero point, sir?
Yeah, I'll save it.
All right. Which brings us down to Kenro. Ken, do you wish to delay so that Elric can point this sucker out to you?
I think that would be beneficial. Yeah, I've already missed enough. I've been whiffing around in this room at this thing, just trying to keep it away from my head. So I'm going to delay until after I know exactly where it is this time.
Okay. Kraga, same thing for you, sir.
Yeah, it did just get real groovy in here.
Now, let's talk about your rage. Is that something, patient? Is this too meta for you? Like you're raging, you get the hit points.
The only thing it really affects is like if I have concentrate ability, it doesn't. I can't use concentrate.
I'll give you this. It's extra frustrating and maintains your rage as you wait and try to figure out where the hell this thing is. Just makes you even more angry. Right? So sure, we'll keep that fire lit. Do you want to delay as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Which brings us to Elric. So please at least spend one action. These guys were nice enough to delay at least one out of the three, if you please. No,
what, you guys can't see it?
Just totally waste your time.
Oh no, it's like a full body like Will Smith at the old Oscars, like revealing like his wife in a dress. Just, it's there, all three actions, it's right there. How can't you hit it?
Nice. Honestly, I would secretly love if you just went, nope, I'm just going to do my thing. GM promised to delays, not me. But, okay. That's right, no villain points in this. You'd have to join the other podcast. That's the Foul Parody podcast, where we play Pathfinder's First Edition, Hell's Vengeance, where they play a bunch of twirling mustache-type villains, and we're very over the top. And I've invented villain points. And they have to do villainy with style, not just evil shit. And they get them for their birthdays, and they spend them on doing extra cool stuff. But right now, Elric is being kind and a team player. Ugh. 1, 2, 3. Which brings us to Ken. Ken, whatever you do, I'm reducing the flat check from 11 to... Oh, wait a minute. It just became visible. What the... No, of course I use my reaction to try and become invisible. It's a dick move, but she can use her reaction at the end after I do all my attacking, as long as I'm near the light. So, poof.
Well, let's throw off a bit of a... Yeah, I'll do a flat check to see if I can...
Okay. You only need 8, because he's giving you a +3.
That's a 15.
Wah! There you go. And okay. She was last seen, like she literally appeared in the same square that you were attacking before. Moving around in it. There's a lot of room in this 5-foot square, but she's still right there. And that's the square you want to go for. And you know you're going to hit something because you got the 8. Unless...
I'm going to hit it with a divine... what do I want to do with this guy?
This thing is small and tough.
It is.
Has a
Hard to
decent
figure
armor
out.
class. Yeah.
Yeah. I
She has a decent armor class.
I think I'm just going to swing at it with my whip and just try to hit him again because it's all I really got right now. So yeah, I'm going to swing around and hit him with the whip. Now, according to what I'm attacking with it, for some reason I don't have a whip under my weapons here. Do I have one on my inventory to see if I have it equipped? No, that's why it's because it's carried. That's better.
Okay.
Now we'll throw an attack with the whip.
Sorry.
And that is a 14 to hit.
Here's a question. Would you want to actually equip your caltrips?
Which?
Just to remind you to use them once in a while? Or no, I guess they're gear you pull out. Never mind.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
14.
Okay. Did we ever use that hero point?
I did.
Okay.
Last time.
All right.
For the same thing.
Hey, you're using flat checks. You're not using up perceptions. You get 2 actions left, sir. What do you want to do?
I'm going to smack him again. I'm just going to try to keep whipping at this thing because we're in a tight quarters with people and I don't want to be letting anything else bigger out to hit. There's another 15. This attack now is a 14 again. Nope. Should be with a 3. Yeah, so 14 total.
Okay.
He still misses.
She's right in front of you. How aren't you hitting her?
Listen, I've got a whip and it's tight quarters. You ever tried to whip something close to you near a wall? I'm going to use my third action and cast shield on myself.
He has not risen to that level of priesthood yet. Oh. We'll get into that later. Yes. Which brings us to Kraga, because you've done all 3. You've done all your actions, Ken. Okay, Kraga, the ever angry, the warrior, Table smasher. IKEA hater. What do you want to do? Oh, it flashed in front of you. It tried to attack Dubsy and missed several times, and then it winked out. Now you have a basic idea where it was. Would you care to jump into the flat check of only needing 8 because your friend's going, it's right there, club, and take some swings?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So you got a flat check of 2. That's a miss. Can I have another flat check? I keep swinging. 12. Okay. Now, your 2 denoted an actual first swing of said maul. So I do need a maul swing with penalties because it's technically your backhanded second swing, if you please, before you actually manage to hit the DC. So if you don't mind hitting me with your second best shot, as it were. Critical miss. I have a name, you know. Did I mention this was a boss fight? This creature has a name. That's right, Spiggy. I'm pulling out the cards, my man.
It's just gonna hit Elric right in the face. He's pointing it out and just a backswing into his head.
Go for the eyes. You are dazzled until the end of your next turn. Squinted into the light a little bit too much. And I think this is awesome because the dazzled effect is the crit fail on her. You know, it's not some random effect. The card randomly picked an effect that has to do something with the fight just on, like craziness. So, you have an action left. You are dazzled. And Drew's going to remind you and me what that means for penalties. And you're going to remain dazzled all the way through your next turn till the end of it, unfortunately. Because of your nasty miss. Because this is a boss fight and I have a name.
Oh.
I'll attempt a shove.
Okay.
That's
Go,
21
activity.
versus their fortitude.
Yeah. And it says success. And you have dazzled on you. Drew, let's talk about being dazzled, shall we? Let's present. I mean, I can pull it up. I just usually your shotgun rules wire. So dazzled gives the concealed as opposed to hidden, so kind of a moot point. Anyway, your shove will be successful, but because you're attacking, right, it's an athletics attack, and you still need to do it, and here's the kicker. It's still at your worst penalty. Like you just went and did a shove, but because it's not a weapon, it didn't do the third. So your plus 12 is actually probably less.
No, because it's
You
my
follow me?
athletics. It's my plus 12 is my athletics.
Yes, but because this is an attack, you would take penalties because it's the third attack. You follow me?
Yeah,
Any attacking you do, there's negatives if it's the second or third attack. So
Yeah.
whether you go, here's my maul at plus 12, or my dagger at plus 4, or this other thing I do at
no,
plus 8.
I get it. I get it. But
yeah.
if my athletics is plus 12, why does that?
Because the system has no way of giving you that penalty. We have to manually go, oh, by the way, you didn't make this your first attack at plus 12. You would be doing a plus 12 at penalties because you chose to do it as your last attack. You follow me? Anyway, athletics, though, go at, like, they're not plus -5s or whatever. They're like agile. It's like -4. So you'd be doing this at, your last one was second. So you swung, you missed, it's 12. You swing again, it's 6. So if I took 8 from 12, it's actually plus 4, which would be 9, would be 13, would be the actual. I mean, it's a cool move, but unfortunately, athletics, any athletic attack you do counts in the system of, was it first, second, or third attack kind of thing. I still have to apply the penalties. Unless they changed that in the revised. I don't think they did. Anyway, what is my fortitude? My fortitude is +9. So that's 19. So the 21 is a go, depending if we. So now we need to dig into this. In Legacy, that's how it went down. Unless they took that off. Now they haven't taken off attacking penalties in the revised, so I'm just assuming that switching to a different type of attack, like an athletics attack, shove, or a different weapon like dagger or whatever, still picks up, okay, was it your first, second, or third action? Is it no penalty, -4, -8? And if we apply -8 on you, unfortunately that would miss. So, erring on the side of caution. Like I said, unless you guys can pull that up and stick it in my face, I'm going to say that was a swing and a miss, sir. And we will move on to round 6 with Dubsy.
All right. Let's try a perception check first. Let's see if I can figure out where this guy is for myself.
Okay. She is in the tower.
And
Kraga's antics and Kenro, like everyone trying to, get a piece of this one square. It's like process of elimination. He's shoving low, he's whipping high. It sort of, let's say, narrows the box, and you have a decent idea of where this thing should be, just from the sound of buzzing. You're still going to suffer a DC 11. Now it's down to 8 because Markov is still insisting it's right there, and that backs up your ears of like, oh yeah, it's in that little smaller space that those guys are not hitting. So
Okay.
if you want to attack me, go for it. But I do need DC checks up front.
yeah, I'll take my sword back out,
Okay.
and I'll give it a swing with 8.
Flat check of 8 is what I need. That's good. If you can hit the AC, sir.
For 24 to hit.
That is a hit, sir. Damage.
Oh, nat 1 for 2 damage.
Okay. Do you have any kind of precise damage or anything that you can issue?
Not unless it's flat-footed, which I assume it's not.
No.
So nope.
Or off guard, as it were, in the new term. It's not.
Off guard, yep.
Has not become so. You guys are surrounding it, but not exactly flanking it yet. So. Okay. It's fine for me.
That'll be me.
Oh, sorry. What else you got? Yeah, because you've got 1 to perceive, 1 to pull, 1 to draw the weapon, 1 to, because both hands are busy climbing and dismantling everywhere, right? So 1 to strike, but chipping away. All right. Let's see. What else can I do? I think it might be time for another spell. Wonderful spells do I have? Oh, here's a fun one. Searing Light. 1 creature. You shoot a blazing ray of light tinged with holy energy. Make a ranged attack. The ray deals 5d6 fire damage. If the target is a fiend or undead, you deal extra. Guess who I'm going to shoot in the face? Somebody that keeps pointing me out to everybody else. I cast Searing Light. And I fly. But hey, good news. I appear. There I am. I actually fly around a little lower this time. No reason. And I'm going to take the, where are we? 5 foot. I'm going to take the 5 foot off of her. A little bit lower. Hiding, using the chair's interference from Dubsy and whatever. Flying a little lower. Casting my spell, so I become visible. And my third action has to be flight. Leaving my reaction, again, dick move, but sorry, afterwards to try to use the light source that's closer to the floor to become invisible again. But You guys are starting to see the pattern that she's not really moving. If I attack you, fly, and then wink in kind of the same position, you guys may not have to waste perceptions. That is the upside of my dick move. As your first action, trying to figure out, okay, I think she's right there, you know. Searing light. Well, I'm going to target new friend, Mr. Chatty Pants, who keeps pointing at me and talking about me and saying not nice things.
I have done nothing wrong. No damage at all.
I hit you with a 25 in the face with the searing light. And I blast you with 15 points of fire damage. And then I fly, and then I disappear. Woof. And that's a me. Oof. Oof. And it's your turn, Elric. What do you want to do? Oh, crap. Elric, your spell. It becomes visible to you. Like, the spell doesn't coat this thing with a nimbus. Like it reveals it to you. It does not reveal it to the room, right?
No, it reveals it to me. Yes, just to me.
Okay. It just, I didn't want to make the assumption of the old spell. It's like, oh, wait a minute. You know, okay. How long does your spell last? How long do you get
10 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't bringing it up or making it a big deal.
Oh,
It's
no,
10
no,
minutes.
there's
We'll be fine.
there's no way you guys are gonna last 10 minutes. I'm gonna mop the floor with you in under 5. So okay, wait.
Oh,
you
that's an
thought I meant-
ominous
no.
thing. Yeah.
Oh no, you thought I meant no. What do you want to do, Alric? Look, you took battle damage. You burnt your nice coat. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, unfortunately, no one's going to get bonuses this turn.
That's fine. I think they would
Yeah.
rather you hurt this thing at this point.
Yeah, we're going to spend one action to cast Force Barrage to hit it.
Okay.
Is it targeted for me?
It is. So my question for you though is, are these attack rolls or is this an area of effect? If you guys have an area effect spell, you don't need the DC flat check. You just go, I fill the square with stuff. Right? If you guys have any area of attack spell, now is the time to use it.
As
Or
long
does
as
it
I can
use
see it, it automatically hits.
Huh. Okay. Well, then have at me. No DC needed. Well, you can see me anyway. You don't need the DC.
Yeah.
But
I was wondering why I was bringing it up.
I was just trying to be extra helpful. These guys have all pulled out the cell phones of depression, texting somebody, don't want to play. Mean GM.
A total of 2 damage with Force Barrage.
Okay. Because you have
the-
you have a single one?
Yep, I'm just using a single action to cast it.
Okay. And then?
Just making sure that I don't accidentally hurt all my friends with this.
Okay.
We are going to be casting Cry of Destruction,
Okay.
which is my focus spell.
Let's read that one out. That sounds good.
Your booming voice smashes what's in front of you. Each creature and unattended object in the area takes 1d8 sonic damage. If it's already taken damage from you this turn, they take d12s instead of d8s.
Oh, dude, nice setup with the force. I was wondering why you sent one little magic missile and they'll go wait for it. Oh, a second competent caster. I would say your rivalry of Kenro is starting to become a little bit more earned. I don't have to, ban it with the...
It is a basic fortitude save. Where's that save
Right, so...
button?
Okay, so if you cast, right, it should... I got a critical success against you with the nat 20. Thank you for the nat 20, Jack. Spiegler, do the line.
No.
Oh, that reminds with Let's Go. Spiegler, let's go. I'm so excited. I just can't believe this is the time he rolls a 20. Sorry, Fantasy Grounds has chosen to bequeath.
No, the
monster
only
with a
guy who
20.
can really do anything against them, and he saves with that 20. Come on.
And blame Fantasy Grounds on my fault.
And I was researching the athletics thing. I wasn't depressed in my phone.
Oh no, I was just teasing.
I know.
I was just teasing you guys. Everyone's looking down. If you look to the side, it must be a hockey game. You guys looking down, then I figure you're talking to your spouse or something.
Finals start tomorrow, Jeff. Come on.
Okay. Well, at least it's not game night. I don't have to complain that you're split focus. How about that, Jack? There you go. He just raised the bar. Troy is not only a competent caster, he's distracted by hockey games and still pulls off some massively cool tactics and spells. Balls in your court. Right? I see your Force Barrage opening up my D12 damage set, and I raise you. Ooh, look, the Haps are playing. Yeah.
All of the objects that are not attended, though, do get pushed into the top right corner of the room.
Okay, so my question for you is, it says in front of you.
Yes.
There is a whole bunch of Kenro above you. There's a whole bunch of Kraga beside you, and there is a teeny corner adjacent going to this dude. So when it says in front of you, is this a cone? It is a 15-foot
cone.
Ah, okay. You should be able to set it, like start it in the lurker square and have it fan that way. The problem is the 15-foot cone is going to start in the lurker square, travel along the wall into the 5 feet behind it, and cannot spread out. It will spread out onto Dubsy, and it will reverberate back onto, because we are such a close space. Right? So...
Well, too late. Sorry, Dubsy.
All right, I can take it.
A cone effect that you place like that has to go somewhere, right?
Yes.
Now, even like we say reverberate and bounce and bounce back onto its square for flavor more than effect, right? Flames crawl up walls. But this is a sonic effect, which will literally bounce off a wall. But I would just have it bounce back into that square. Like if something was unfortunate enough to be in that second square, I would probably hit it with double damage just for fun, or damage and a half or something, right? Anyway, so now I need you to hit that again. Sorry, actually, you know what? We won't blame you. Dubsy, what is your saving throw? Sorry, what is this reflex? This is
Fortitude.
Can I have a fortitude, sir, from Dubsy?
14.
And what is your DC?
20.
Okay. So I get a critical success with a 29. You sure it's not 19? Because I would need 10 of... Oh, no, I got a natural 20 giving me the critical at 29. Okay. So no damage from the lurker at light. For whatever reason, she just has tiny ears or hides behind the debris. The waves of sonic Elric. Yeah! I don't know, I'm picturing something like David Bowie or Freddie Mercury. Straight across the room. Oh,
yeah.
What do you got?
Now since I didn't hit Dubsy, though, it's only D8s for Dubsy.
That is true. Hey, good news. And again, Dubsy nerfs the damage. I'm telling you, Drew's gifted.
Please take 6 sonic damage.
Sorry, dude. Drag the damage over to Dubsy. Crunch. Drew's muted right now, but I swear I saw his lips go Bremen.
And that will be my full turn.
This is turning into a strange and yet interesting battle, but that's okay. It is time for Kenro to do something awesome as well.
Drop tail and run. No.
Yeah, see ya. Wrong
Screw
game.
this. I'm out. You guys have got it, cleric. We're good.
I quit.
Yeah, can we see it? It's not even hit. It's still hidden right now, isn't it? So I don't even know where it is. So I will. I'll do a perception to find out where it is.
Okay.
Where's my perception?
Now I will say that before you waste a perception roll.
Yep.
Because I spent my whole round 1, 2, 3 doing things, attacking, being visible, and at the very, very end of my round used a reaction to become invisible. Okay. I will hand wave the forwarding. If I started off being invisible and moving around, did my movement after, yes, I want perception. But because I literally
Poofed in front
flew,
of me.
just like flew, hovered in the air, and I'm doing my reaction at the very end of my round, I'll hand wave the perception. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hand waving something for Troy, but I believe this would fit squarely in the rules. So, 3 full actions, buddy. What do you want to do?
Am I able to touch the creature, or is that going to be my will? My
No, you still need a DC 11 to do anything to this thing.
Let's try and see what happens here. I'm going to roll my check. That's a 7,
Sorry.
so I can't do anything.
No, you can't. You said you wanted to touch her. So what?
I wanted to
spell
try
were
to
you
touch it. I was going to cast a spell called Warrior's Regret. That is a touch spell.
Oh, okay. You need to kind of like do the spell and then go the DC. You can't change or decide what you're going to do if you missed because of the DC.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Of course.
that spell goes puff. Unless it's an air of attack, or we can just funnel it onto Dubsy because no one really likes him.
No, it's just a touch spell there.
Okay.
So
So how many actions does that spend? Not to
That was
mention
a
the spell.
2. That was a 2 action spell.
All right, and with action left.
I might as well just try to, if I can't reach out and touch it, I'm just gonna try to swing my whip and see if I can actually wrap it around like a grapple. Like try to like swing and grapple with my whip, kind of wrap it a little bit so it's kind of held there. Is that
Okay,
something
a
I
grab.
can do for
Yeah, it's a grab check. Yeah.
All right. So first
now
off is
you're-
a flat check.
Hang one second. Your actual whip, has traits,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So we go to whip, and it is a disarming weapon. It is a
Yeah.
reach weapon. It is a trip weapon.
Okay.
It is not. It's not a grab weapon.
Okay.
However, I like this. I do like this. Okay. So,
I rolled
because
a
everyone
15 for a flat check,
okay.
so I can see it. Right.
Yeah. No, I'll roll with this. So, what normally would you do for a grab? You do athletics, right?
Athletics. Yeah.
Against fortitude. Okay. So, give me an attack against her fort, and we'll see where this lands.
Just an attack.
So, Pathfinder 2 has a basic, if you don't know what to do, there's a standard -2 penalty. So since you're not, it's not a grabbing weapon, I would just give you a -2 to the roll.
Well, my weapon's a +8, or my athletics is a +6. I'll just roll an athletics and call it even.
Sure.
All right. Makes it easy.
Yep.
Skills, athletics, there. And that is a 6 or 8 total.
Sorry, man.
I can't find this thing if I tried. Swinging
Oh.
around and moving around, I got
I know,
nothing.
but like, it's kind of neat, like the grappling and the swinging and the shoving. Like, I like the fact that you guys are forced to think outside the box. You're trying abilities and powers that, hit or not, land or miss. That's pretty cool. I'd say this is an interesting battle, to say the least. Which brings us to Kraga, the unpredictable. Kraga, the one-hit wonder. Kraga, please help us, Spiegler, use your magic, because I got so many hit points left compared to you guys. I'm a boss fight. What you got?
Swing.
Okay. So you want to swing at this thing? Okay.
I'm a
Before you
barbarian. All I do is smash things and hit things.
Okay. Since you've declared the swing, I will not let you waste a really good nat 20 by blowing the flat check. Please give me the flat check first. That is that is nice. You need 11, you got 13. Swing away. Full bonuses. Oh, look at that.
29.
And a 1.
I don't know why it rolled twice.
It was doing
actually-
your dazzle effect.
Right? Because you're dazzled till the end of this turn. It's fine. The flat check, her hidden supersedes the concealed. I will say your 29 is for the dazzled as well. But because I've had the computer, Fantasy Grounds, put dazzled condition on your character, the computer's like, oh, he needs a flat check for this. That's why I'm laughing. Don't worry.
That's
the
funny.
One, the one isn't
It
gonna
rolls
count.
a nat 1.
Anyway, so you're good. So, I'll take the dazzled off of you. Okay. It is a DC 11 per hit, though. So give me damage.
Well,
Give me damage for the first hit, the 29.
Yeah.
First hit.
was the 29 a regular hit or a crit?
Regular. My AC is like 22. Just a good old hit, man.
$16.
That's decent. That is very decent, sir. Okay. So, you want to keep swinging?
Yes.
Okay. I need another brand new, don't worry, fast grounds won't interfere, flat check. 7. That's a miss. So now you're down to your third action or heavy attack penalty.
Or I can
This
use
is a
hero
boss
point?
fight. Yes, you can.
I don't have any.
Oh, you come on board with one. I reset them last game. You guys weren't here, so Elric and you both have a single hero point you can use.
There we go. 17 flat check.
Now, so this is your second attack, so I need the 1 over penalty, whatever it is.
13.
That unfortunately is a miss.
I threw the dice and it just kind of like landed on 7 and like bounced around on the screen and just stayed on 7 the whole time.
I
Didn't roll
saw
over.
that. That's not as painful as like Troy and Matt are usually the ones that get robbed. It floats all around the 17 and then tilts to like a 2.
Yeah.
And I'm watching on my screen going, whoa, Troy and Matt are really going to get pissed. All right. So, that is missed. You have an action left, sir. Big penalties, which I would not advise during a boss fight where I could pull crit cards, because if you pull a crit miss, and I got to pull a card on you, so possibly, again, you can attack if you want. I'm just a little ill-advised considering the circumstances of boss fight and crit cards.
My tusks are agile weapons. I have a +2 instead of a +1 on my third attack.
Oh.
And
Do I owe anybody cards? Like actual bonus cards? Like the good cards from crits earlier?
I don't think so.
Wasn't
What
no, it
about
was against the Badger.
that
Yeah, it was-
critical save against the Sonic spell?
So what we usually do, as much fun as I'd like to make that a crit fail for you or blah, 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 I'm not the caster getting the 20. So it's not an attack spell. We tried that once, but it doesn't
It's
really
kind
make
of a
sense.
gray area. We just leave it alone.
Yeah. No, we tried it once, but it doesn't really track.
Yeah.
Because I'm basically saying, I saved so good. That's like you rolling a 1 when you're attacking me. But again, it's like
it doesn't
it
really
was
work that way.
But it was my character's roll, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll pull a crit yay card for a spell. Well, no, because I'm not the one damaging you. So yeah, no, those are moot point. But I'm glad you think like me, because I tried that crap on Matt in the past. It didn't go well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, he hates these cards, man. He really does. He advocates for like years for me to get rid of them. Like, nope, boss
He
fight,
said-
not.
he sends you
riddled- he-
videos of him just burning them. An AI video of him just standing on a top
That's
of a flaming pile of crit cards.
funny. That's funny. All right, man.
Yeah,
One action left. What do you got?
I'm not doing anything else.
Okay. Recall knowledge. The more you know about this creature, maybe dig up some weaknesses, right?
Kraga ain't the most knowledgeable. He
You got
knows how
anything?
to smash things.
Okay. If that's not what your character do, I respect that. I'm giving you guys gold here.
His rage
Crafting.
deep-
Can I assemble this table later? Right? He gets this focus somewhere else.
His rage just deepens.
Oh no. How many rounds of that have you got left?
I haven't been keeping track.
What's your full rage? If you started now.
60,000 rounds.
You're funny. Come on. What do you got?
10 rounds.
Okay, you've spent 3 here this fight, and you've probably spent about 3 or 4 in the last fight, which will put you around 7. So I'd say you still got a good 3 rounds, left in the tank. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want to cross me off, because the last time you raged, we were bogged down with those the cauldron, the ritual stuff, and that went on and on and on. So I'm going to say 4 instead of 3. So can you tick off 7 rage points or whatever? Like Is there a tracker for you to?
There is no tracker. You just have to
Really? Okay. Can you make a
keep
note?
track.
Drew, would you mind pull up our notes? We have a party note, don't we? Kraga. I should just make something. Here we go. I'll make something. Rage. And you're at 7 of 10.
Oh,
Right on your-
no, it does have a counter now.
Does it?
It just, yeah. Like, you can put it at 7, because see how it says Draconic Rage and then has square brackets number 9? It was 10 earlier. That's new.
Okay. Yeah, these are new. Okay. So, what am I saying here?
When it gets
Duration
down
t-
to, I guess when it gets down to 2, I can just turn it off,
Okay.
because that'll be 7. Or wait.
Decrement duration at start of turn. So I hit. Okay, so I it wasn't on. Right. So anyway, so now we know you're down to 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right. And I've turned it
Yeah.
on. Like there's a little, because if I click it again, I'm clicking end. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, decimation at end of turn. Expired. No. Short rest. At start of turn. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I think I like end, so it comes off later. Okay. So, round 7, Dubsy, and you better make this good because we will see you all next time.
Dubsy does his finishing move.